Hello, dear friends. Hello, and welcome to Marine Corp, Marine Optimization Consultancy Channel. My name is Mihail, previously Adventure Story. And my dear friends, we have complete the video about chief engineer, what is the responsibilities. We have seen also from the engine officer on watch. And today we will see how this um, let's say information are aligned with the reality for the engine room ratings and what they uh, shall follow in let's say daily activities. So let's look how all this setup it works together, and when everyone as chief engineer, engine officer on watch, engine room ratings are following this structure, the work and the alignment between all that different levels became much easier, and the work the quality of work became much more better. So when we follow this structure, everything has a natural flow because we do exactly what we have to do. So many thanks that you are here, you have subscribed, and this is much probably the 1234th video that I'm making. From all these years, I have the same passion, the same rentals purchase for the excellence, and I will, as much as possible, will do it for much longer. And when I also engage with the people here on channel, with subscribers, and the people that I really want to improve their skills in this sector or the sector that is similar, that is the really amazing part of this journey. So let's quickly jump. Let's quickly see how this reflects for the engine room ratings. I would like to remind you that I have done the same video for the chief engineer, for the engine officer on watch, and now we're going to the engine room ratings, which also has a huge weight of how the things are distributed in the engine room. And similar it is also for the bridge department. I will probably will look it a little bit from the view of engineer, but let's start first from the engine room ratings, and then we will probably expand. Depends, yes, of how much willingness you have to see also from the bridge side. And I believe always what is the most critical part in our work, it's also understanding the different parts of the industry, how they are functioning. Because when we know what is required, let's say from the bridge, or how they are operating, we are better are able to align our performance, let's say in the vessel, to optimize things, to make them better, to improve them in such way that it will not affect the rest of the chain supply. So it's a completely different mindset. It's not only focus on the engineering and the maintenance, but it expands beyond of our understanding, let's say, of how the things are working and how they're structured. So let's see, engine room ratings should follow daily work orders. So what this means? It means that engine room ratings are going down, they're making their normal, let's say, routine checks as they do, and then there is some daily work orders that are there, let's say, available, such as, let's say, some maintenance, some cleaning, some things. As I have seen from my experience, a very critical thing in this is that the engine room rating should have a clear view of what to expect. So this makes them also set up much easier and understand, okay, what is the program for the week. And that's why it's very important, second engineer or chief engineer, mostly it's for the second engineer work, to create a program, a, let's say, schedule for the weekly, how the things and how the workflow will be. From experience, it's not always exactly as it is, but it's somehow a program to see, okay, we will do this cleaning, we will make this maintenance, we will do that things. For sure, as we know from our experience, these things can shift. Let's say probably you have planned, let's say 4 hours, it can go to 6 hours, or it can even transfer to the next day or the third day. So that's why, from the engineering view of point, when you build this experience, you basically know what to taking in account and what things you have to look for in order to create a much better workflow in your work. So, and the more precise information the people around you have of what they have to do, the much better they will do the things in a much clearer way, much structured way. But also it depends also from the persons that you are working with. For sure, the level of experience, the level of motivation, the level of mental health, the level of, let's say, expertise that they have, and the level of experience that they have. So that's why it's a very, very important thing to communicate with the people that you're working, to learn something about them. Okay, what is their mood, what is their mental health, what is actually their level of competency. And by talking with them, by deep dive to some conversations, you will able to unlock, and also you will able to view the people how they are perform on the field, how they keep the tools, how they do the things. And I always give a good example that the professionals knows exactly what to do, but sometimes they need some guidance or some correction. Even us, more experienced people, yes, we need also some additional information in order to improve ourselves. So in the 3.2, engine ratings should be brief about what to expect during the watch. It's a very good thing that they're briefed, they know what to expect. That is a really important thing. And that gives them a preparedness. So the preparedness is a very, very, let's say, critical thing in all the items that we are doing, in all daily jobs, in daily activities, wherever we are, let's say, assigned in our daily job. So we might make as much as clear descriptions, and all the descriptions should be so much easy to understand that a 5-year kid should be able to get it. 3.3, engineer room ratings shall follow the instructions of engineer officer on watch regarding maintenance duty assists in the manual operation of machinery in the event of equipment failure. So as the engine officer on watch, it's much more, let's say, experienced, and also have a much greater on ground and on hand experience as well, handling the equipment. This is the reason why the engineer room rating should follow, because due to less experience. This is the only reason. And also, yes, the knowledge, it's, yes, different. It's different because the steps are different, the time at sea is different, the time of handling equipment is different. So that is really, really matters. 3.4, engineer room engine room ratings should follow risk assessments and work permits. So they take also part exactly same as all part of the engine room or of the team, and they should also take the documents. They should read, not just only sign. They should deep dive in order to understand, okay, what is the risk, what we have put there, what is the description of the work. So they should follow in order to adopt and know what exactly to expect in each and every job. 3.5, engine room ratings should have sufficient knowledge of SMS. So SMS knowledge, it's always there available. It is always the level of each individual, how much motivation they have in order to read it, the SMS. I know there's a lot of information, but take your time, step by step, one thing per let's say day, it's more than enough. And by years, if you are still there in this industry, you will have built a knowledge and a set of skills that will give you a better understanding of for why we do that and how we're able to create a much better, less risky um, activities with improving, identifying things on the ground, and also have a clear structured communication between the people that are assigned for a specific job. Engine room ratings shall do critical communication in closed loop. Let's go a little bit down. Whoop. Okay. Let's continue. Engine room crew. All members in the engine room crew shall be familiar with their assigned duties. In addition, every member should at least have knowledge of the use of appropriate internal communication systems. It is like phones, information, escape routes from machinery spaces, the location, and the use all of types of firefighting equipment, the engine room alarms, damage control gear in the machinery spaces, together with their use and the various safety precautions to be observed. So that is a really, really huge variety of equipment that has to be learned. Also, a very good thing is that senior officers are taking part of continuous training, of showing the things, how they are, for what reason they are, explaining, and also create a atmosphere that all the members are felt valued and their voice are here. This is very, very important thing. So everyone can ask freely without the fear that, okay, if you don't know, that it will have some impact. No, no, this is not the main, let's say, target for that, to identify who is not knowing. The most important thing is to create a atmosphere and a space where people are able to say what they exactly know. So we will able to identify if we need to make some additional training, or we need to, let's say, pause from our daily, let's say, activities and works in order to learn what is required. Because all the things are uh, really, really important, are one of the most critical things which is related with the safety and the safety integrity with all the assets that are on board. Um, let's go to 4.2. All members shall ensure that all communication is carried out in the closed loop, shall always comply with the chief engineer standing orders. And one of the things that I have seen, that the most clear standing orders are, and special orders, the more to the point orders and not generic, the much better the setup of the team and all the members will be. So it is clear exactly a description of what they have to do in each and individual situation, in the daily activities, the reporting system, and it's very important to give to each and every individual, all the members, and have a discussion about how they see it. Are they able to do that? Are they feel fine with that? And that brings clarity with all the members. They are also able to give you feedback. So I believe it should be an open and transparent communication with all the members without fear, like we are talking, let's say, at our home, okay? Even if they are strangers, we should create that place that we feel that like, um, let's say, a family. Let's say, okay, we say, let's say family, yes. And even if it's wrong, we do not judge for any reason. There is no value to judge anyone. That is true. The only thing that we are creating is a um, level of fear that will make people much more silent. So all members shall ensure that the bridge and other team members are informed and updated in occurrences during the watch that they are of significance regarding safety of the vessel, shall always comply with the vessel safety management system, shall always use SMS approved checklists. Yes, the checklist should be approved. This is very critical. Do not create your own checklist that creates additional work and it's not required. All members shall before arrival or departure be part of pre-arrival and pre-departure meeting, so everything should be discussed as well. During the meeting, the operation is discussed and the tasks and duties are assigned. They should have, yes, a clear understanding of what they will do and where they will be positioned. And I have seen that as much as a clear discussion is made with all the members, they have a much clearer understanding of what operations will be, what they have to do, how long it will take, what we'll do next. The workflow became much better, much safer, much transparent, and we have only benefits from that way of working. Shall update the PMS. All members shall update the PMS when required or inform the engineer officers when a job is completed. So if the job is completed, the engineer officer is informed and the engineer officer will have some passwords. From my side, I believe everyone should know the PMS system and everyone should have access to the PMS, so they start to learn and start to also introduce themselves of how a PMS system is working, how they can see the jobs, and better understanding, because a well-structured PMS system is a system which have also instructions how to do the job, have also all the necessary documentation that is required in order to create all the permits, all the assessments. So I believe a well structured, let's say, PMS system, it will be also the integration of the SMS as well, of what SMS says. So it is completely different approach of what we have seen. The most easiest way, the most easier way we give to our people and our members of a company to access the existing structure of the framework, the much easier the jobs will be made, the much easier the workflow will be, and the better results we will have both mentally and also operationally, and also on the results will be seen from the condition of the vessel itself and the less gaps and constraints through the whole life of the vessel. So all members should have required knowledge about PMS requirements and how the system operates. So I believe it is a continuous training. The training does not stop. Since you are there and since you are in any kind of company, is it on shore, is it on, let's say, on board, is it in manufacturing, you never stop learning. It is a continuous set of training, of sessions, of discussions between the members, between the crew, that will only create a space where it is a space of shared of experience, share of knowledge, and this thing will boost everyone to a better understanding and also getting the feedback that so much required in order to improve the systems that we are building. Because without the proper feedback, without the reversal a flow of information. We are not building a system which is continuous improving. We are building just a system of authority, which we do not like it. Okay, we are not living in 19th century. We are progressing, and the systems nowadays are required a much more broad way of understanding the things. It needs flexibility. It needs additional resources which only can thrive in this kind of structure. So let's see about the watch arrangements. And the engineer officer on watch should ensure that establish watchkeeping arrangements are maintained, and it's responsible at all time for the safe and efficient operation of the vessel and protection of the environment. 5.2, the engineer officer on watch shall ensure that any engine ratings carry out maintenance duties are available to assist in the manual operation of machinery in the event of equipment failure. And that's why the reason why you should teach the person that are working with you, so it will be familiar, it will be sure that the thing that he will do, even in the event operating a valve, even let's say by closing and opening, he know exactly what to do and at which time. This is really, really important, because one person cannot do everything. And that's why the vessel itself is a team of people that actually bringing the vessel to where it should be. 5.3, when deciding the composition of the engineering watch, the following but not limited to should be taken into account: the type of the vessel, the condition of the machinery, the adequate supervisions at all times of the machinery affecting the safe operation of the vessel, any special modes of operation dictated by conditions such as weather, ice, contaminated water, shallow water, emergency conditions, damage containment, or pollution. So it's different scenarios and different composition can be decided by the chief engineer and the captain how the structure will be. So this is what affects the qualifications, the experience of engineering team, the safety, the vessel, cargo, port, protection of the environment. So there is a lot of various things can affect the decision. Follow the PMS and updating the system with required jobs, the observance of the international, national, local regulations, maintaining the normal operation of the vessel. So I believe this video we will do it tomorrow about relieving the watch, and I will share also one story about that I have during relieving the watch, and I will share also some experience, let's say, yes, one from the tanker and one from the passenger vessel. So tomorrow I will make this video. I will make it, I hope, in the morning or in the noon, and I will share also my own experience from the sea. Two cases for relieving. It is completely different, and I will let's say explain as well, basis on the information that we have here, how it will affect in both cases the people, yes, the vessel itself, but also the people that are related with the watch. So the watch itself, it is a really, really critical thing, and all the things from taking the watch and from the relieving, they have a huge impact of how the vessel is operating. Let's do it tomorrow. Absorb that information that I have provided today. Probably you already know it. If not, maybe some of the information will help you to adopt much easier to see how the things are working for the ratings, for the engine room crew, and just take it easy, step by step, rewatch the video, or share it, let's say, with the people that you are think that will help them. Thank you very much. From Mihail, Adventure Story, and MOC Optimization Consultancy. Have a great evening. Bye bye.